Okay, let's hit this one off. Let's go. Thanks, YouTube.
I don't know like how
It's
much of
so
that is.
scary. It's
Are
so
we?
scary. I
Are
don't
we?
know. Now
Are we
we're
live?
live.
Are we live
Now we're
now?
live. Now we're live. Now we're live.
Oh, we're live. Okay.
Now we're actually live. What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode number 89 of the Unknown Games podcast, where YouTube continues to confuse us and make me wonder if we're ever truly alive.
No, we're not.
This is all just a memory of the past, or you're just seeing us in the future where we've sent this back to your past. Exactly. Mind tricks, everybody. Welcome to episode 89, like I said. Me and my co-host Alex, the game duck, the game foul, Foul, the man himself, is holding
What's
the
up?
fort down. How's it
Hey,
going?
what's up? I'm Alex, and
I'm here to kill chaos.
Are you still trying to kill chaos, buddy?
yeah, I mean, yeah, it'll take me like another year, but yeah,
You,
I'll
you
do it.
haven't moved past the chaos in your life. You got to consolidate that, man. You got to get over it.
Yeah, I should. I should. Have you played FF1? Actually, have you played the first one?
Like bits and pieces, like a long time ago.
Yeah, I've never played it. I mean, I played it as a kid, like FF, like legitimately Final Fantasy, like not even the word, not even when it was called Final Fantasy 1, when it was just called Final Fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
I obviously couldn't read at that time.
that,
So
that was a very
what I
young
would do,
age.
yeah, actually, when I think about it, my first video games, I guess, were probably Duck Hunt, Super Mario, and Final Fantasy. Those are the games I started playing games on, and I couldn't read, obviously.
I
So
mean,
when
you don't need to read for Duck Hunt.
yeah, you just need to put the gun up to the friggin' TV and pull the
Wait,
trigger.
do you know that's a life lesson right there? That is a horrible life lesson. What do you need, America?
Ducks.
Ducks.
Wait, shit, I'm the duck. I'm the game duck.
You're the game
Anyways, yeah.
duck. Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
so I couldn't read. I couldn't read. So obviously, and I was too dumb to save my own game. So what I would do, I would start a new game,
And you
Final Fantasy.
start.
I would like name my character like A, and then I would leave the town and run around in the field doing random battles until I died because I never healed myself. That
So
was
you
it. That was
basically played Final Fantasy like a roguelite.
yes, yeah, just to get.
You went as far as you could, and then if you
Well,
died,
as far as I could, which is just the
you.
field outside of the first town, and basically, yeah, that was it. So I mean, I played it technically as a kid, but I mean, I never like played it. But yeah, anyways, what's up?
Oh man. Well, hey, whoa, that's a way to play Final Fantasy. That's first memories right there. Those are precious memories. You keep those locked up and saved.
Sure. I mean, not very good memories. I don't think it's very good, but yeah, sure, okay.
Well, we're moving closer and closer. As I said before, we're striving to episode number 100, and this week's episode is it's going to be. We had a long episode last week, and I got to say, if you haven't listened to episode 88 about E3, the wrap up, go ahead, go to our YouTube. If you're here already, welcome. Yo, Unknown Games podcast. Go check out that video. Myself and my co-host Alex, we get down. I'm sorry, it was an amazing episode. We got
We
chicken
get
nugget tasting.
down? What the fuck?
We get
The
down.
fuck?
Hey, we had chicken nugget testing. We had some voice acting in there. We had like everything. It was a fun episode. I gotta say, it was an amazing one. So definitely check us out on YouTube, or if you're on iTunes or Spotify, Google Podcasts, any of those services, listen there. Leave a 5-star review, a 4-star review. I won't go any lower because I don't settle for lower.
Yeah, if you could give us 3 stars, then we'll kill you. We'll kill you.
I told y'all we are in the future, so we will. This video is actually coming back to you in the past, so you better watch out. You don't know. We're all Trunks here.
What are you talking about?
Speaking
of Trunks, have you checked out the Trunks DLC for Dragon Ball Z Kakarot?
No, I have not. Is this something I need to pay attention to?
Have you played Dragon Ball Z Kakarot?
No, I have no intention.
I mean, I heard it's fine.
It's okay.
I think it's on sale actually.
I think it is. I think Bandai Namco is having a huge sale right now.
67% off. Yeah. Is the Trunks DLC even? Yeah, it's out. Okay, shit. Look at that. $25 or whatever. Well, 27 Canadian.
Yeah, there you go. So
Yeah,
if you
there you
want to, I mean, if you want to hop on it, if anyone is feeling the need for Bandai Namco games, anime games of any sort, hop on Steam.
There's a sale on Steam right
grab
now.
it.
I mean, my top picks are going to be Digimon Cyber Sleuth Complete Edition Code Vein. Tekken 7 maybe.
Oh yeah, Tekken
I
7. I
forgot.
think it was only like $6 or something. It's relatively cheap.
It's
It's
cheap as
pretty cheap.
balls. Yeah, and
Yeah.
also it's like, hey, you can also pre-order these games, and it's Scarlet Nexus and Tales of Arise. So I mean, that's pretty cool.
There you go. And I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Adrian. I am, the host or co-host. We're equally co-hosting. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. We stream on Twitch. I stream under Ninja Tricks, Ninjatrix, and my co-host is Route24, Route 24. What you playing? What are you playing these days? Or are you still
I'm
playing?
literally I'm just playing I almost said Dragon Ball, Dragon Quest
Dra-
11 and Final Fantasy 14. So I did Tuesdays typically are going to be Dragon Quest, and Thursdays is usually going to be 14.
Which
But
is they're still going. They're still going. They're still
well, I
fun.
mean 14 will never end
Yeah, 14
for
never ends
the rest of
until
my life. Yeah.
I mean, eventually it will end, eventually, but that we're still looking.
Well,
That's
yeah,
still far out.
I'll be like dead when that happens. Keep in mind, if you want to, you can still play FF11. Like the service is still live for 11.
They don't do any updates on it, but you can still
No,
just
they update. There's no like expansions, but they still add content to it. It's
really
crazy.
wait. They
Yeah.
still add content. I didn't know they were
Mhm.
still adding content to it, but that is okay. That is crazy. So yeah, 14. I assume you'll just be playing it forever because like 11 was back in like 2011, 10,
No, my
9,
friend.
at 12, 14,
I
15.
was in high school when that game came out. So
I just said a bunch of age ranges.
I want to say 2005. I'll double check for you. It's really old. The game is old as shit.
It is
It was
very
on a
old.
PS2. Keep in mind it's on PS2.
Yeah, it was on PS2
Yeah.
using that network adapter.
It came out in 2002.
Okay, well, that is 20 years of service. You can't fault them. Everybody who's still on there, similar to like how EverQuest just kept going, until they had to actually close the servers. Uh, kudos to the dev team and
Yeah,
Square.
that's fucking insane. So OG 11 was 2002 for Japan, and then the first expansion hit 2003 for Japan and also for North America. But
Can you
holy shit.
believe? Can you believe that they're actually still supporting it? Well, not that, but I guess that they're supporting it, but we still haven't got that Near Automata patch. Not the Near.
Oh yeah,
Well,
for
both the Near.
PC, for
Both,
PC,
yeah,
yeah.
both Near
Yeah,
patches. Sorry.
Replicant and Automata, yeah.
Go ahead with
Yeah.
it, Square. We know you're trying, and that's the best part. You're trying.
Oh my god, when's that patch coming out for God, yeah.
After Chaos.
When they're done killing Chaos. Yeah.
Yep, AC man, AC. Man, man, oh man. Well, anyways, I think the only thing I've been playing there's two things I've been playing. One is Guilty Gear Strive. I've been on that for. I've just been playing. I'm sorry, I've been playing it, watching it, listening to the soundtrack. It's just been consuming my life for the most part outside of Apex. And then I also played this dating game, which was like a dating FMV game.
What did you play Super Seducer?
No. I thought about Super Seducer and I was like, do I want to play that? But it felt like it was going to be cringe serious. So it's like kind of funny,
I think it is. That's
but
what it
cringe.
is, yeah.
Yeah, it's cringe serious. But I played this game called 5 Dates, and
Okay.
it's not. I thought it was going to be cringe funny, like the light version. It was actually just a really good kind of online dating app simulation thing. That was an FMV. It was actually fun. The chat enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. It actually made me want to be like, hey, I actually kind of want to try this in real life.
What, like dating in real life?
Well,
I
well,
want to try dating.
I want, yeah. Well,
Uh,
I'd like to try like the online dating, because I've done like the different apps here, and there's there's a ton
what is
of
online?
apps.
Wait, what is online dating?
So in this one specifically, what they would do is it was basically like Skype dates, right? Because somehow
Okay.
I didn't realize the game was set during the pandemic.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I heard. I mean, because I don't like to date or anything, but I heard like during the pandemic, like it's like, hey, like looking good. Let's Skype later. I'm like, that's gotta suck. But yeah,
Yeah, I mean it's definitely not the most ideal conditions
yeah,
by any means, but I gotta say it was just one of those things where I wasn't expecting to like it as much as I did. But the chat liked it. I liked it. The dialogue was pretty natural. It was pretty funny. Every once in a while, though, the guy would actually go off script. He doesn't have a background, so you pretty much are answering these questions as yourself, right? There's a
sure,
conversation, and then it's
yeah.
like,
Mm-hmm.
yep,
That's exciting.
yeah,
Are
it
you?
was, yeah.
So you said you want to try this yourself in real life then. What's your ideal online date then? How would you woo a girl from across the screen?
From across the screen.
Do you have any like cool tricks you can show her that would impress her? Like, hey, look at this thing I can do. I don't know. What would you do? What's your online date?
That's a hard question. What's an online date? Because I assume it's because it's going to be in my apartment. So
Yeah,
there's
well,
only
you
there's only
you
2
you're
rooms.
in your chair. Yeah. So
Yeah,
imagine, I
there's only
guess,
2 rooms.
imagine we're on an online date like right now. Like, what are you gonna do to like, what are
To
you gonna
woo
do to
you?
like woo me? Yeah, to woo
To
me.
woo
What would you
you?
do?
Do I need to
Yeah.
woo you? It's like the first date. I figured we'd start off with asking questions.
So
We're just
it's
talking.
all right, fair.
What do you want me to do? It's like, hey man, let's get these talks in. Let's get these
Yeah, I don't know. Like,
let's get these
I would be like,
games.
hey, check out this paper crane I can make. Like, I don't know. Like, I can solve a Rubik's cube with one hand. I can't, but if I could, that's what I
If
would
you could.
do for
I
an
mean,
online
if
date.
you
Yeah,
get on that conversation topic, I think it's a good thing to have near you, like if that's a
yeah.
common interest or ends up being a common interest. Like for example, this girl that we're about to talk to, I think her name is Saffron. We she was just like, yeah, she she was like, yeah, I'm a vegan, and I was and we were like, oh well, that's fine, I don't mind that. And then she's like, but you can't eat anything non-vegan in front of me.
Okay.
And we're like, well, and the options are like, I'm gonna do me. I respect it.
Oh no, it probably didn't go very well, right?
It didn't go. It was
Yeah,
just
no,
like,
that's not. You know what? Like I said, I don't go on like many dates. I don't date, but like I have the sense to not do that.
there, like this moment was just like, it was an automatic like, oh, okay. She just looked at me like, oh, you just gonna eat what you gonna eat, and then there was a moment it's like, well, sometimes people just go different ways, and I think that this isn't going. We're just not on the right wavelength. And then there was an awkward hang up, and I was like, they even put an awkward hang up in here.
Yep. Nope. It's
Yeah,
pretty. That's what happens in real life. So I mean, now you know not to do that. Actually, don't
not
do
yeah.
that.
Don't
Yeah,
don't
don't
do that.
actually do that. Yeah.
Don't do that. And then there was a moment in the very first date that was actually kind of funny, because I was just like, why were you asking that? So this girl lives at home with her parents, and because like her parents are like, they say her name or whatever, and he's like, are those your parents? And she's like, yeah, I moved back here for a reason. And after that, I would have been like, okay, that's cool. You move back home with your parents, and then he just goes, so why are you there? Why are you still with your parents? And I'm like, bro, why are you still asking? Yeah, so sometimes he'll actually say things even though you don't want him to say them, or he'll
Mhm.
phrase things in ways that there's a moment in the game later on where a woman she hasn't told you anything about her home life or potential children. She just asks, hey, do you want kids now or do you want them 15 years later?
Mhm.
And I was like, well, 15 years is a long time to wait, but it's okay. Chat was like, dude, 15 is fine. Do the 15. Do the 15. Seems like you'll both get along. So we click 15, and the guy just says, yeah, between the lesser of the two evils right here, I choose 15. We're like, what the fuck?
Man, well, I don't know. I guess you know what you should now. You have to go on real online dates and just like,
I
uh,
do.
oh
I
yeah, you
do.
know what's up in chat saying you're wearing the same shirt as your VOD right now, which is hilarious.
Oh gosh, I am wearing the same shirt as my
It's
VOD.
like you never changed. It's like you just didn't change.
It's
That's
because I'm infinitely stuck in time. Like I don't
that's
move.
so funny. You know what we have to do now? You know what we have to do now? Like next time, like next week or like when you stream next, you have to show the podcast. You have to show this podcast, but also wearing the same shirt. So it's just like there's just like three of you.
There's like 3 of me
Yeah,
all
and
in the same shirt.
you have
Oh
to
my
do that now.
goodness.
Yeah, that's so
Actually,
funny.
I can make that happen. I think I have 3 of these gray shirts, so it's not like
Is it the exact same shirt or is it like
this is a different one.
oh,
Like
it's
I
a
said, I have
different
3 of
gray
them. I have
shirt?
a different gray shirt.
Man, you're like a cartoon character when you like open the closet and it's like, what do I wear today? It's like just all that same outfit.
It's
Like,
like the exact same
oh
outfit.
god, that's
Oh
hilarious.
man.
That's funny. Okay.
So,
Shit.
anyways, that's that game. But I will say I did actually walk out of this game kind of want I looked up some dating services. Like I said, I've tried a bunch. I've tried almost all of them, the Japanese
Yeah, you
ones.
know what? We
It,
should turn this into like a sub story for the
the
UGP podcast. It's like
checking in
you,
on
yeah,
Adrian's dates.
you online dating. Like this is fun. This is content. Actually, turn this into content.
Does she
Yeah.
know? Should I tell her as a disclaimer? You may or may not be on a YouTube video or talked about on a YouTube
You know
video.
what? I want to say no, but you have to, but also you shouldn't.
Right. It's like no,
Yeah.
I'm just playing. It's like 2 weeks later. I saw your podcast. Oh, you saw it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I didn't agree to be on it
That's like the a surefire way to get like dumped. But yeah.
to get dumped. A surefire way. So
Yeah.
but yeah,
It
I'll
says you
keep.
can't wave you three the same gray shirts. That's funny. I have, you know what? I have like, I want to say two of the same cardigan, but just of different colors. So it's like palette swaps in a video game.
There's nothing wrong with having
Yeah.
multiple shirts. The same ones. It's a
Well,
good
at
thing.
least for
It's a
me,
good
it's not the
thing.
exact same shirt. It's the same cardigan, but a different color. So I mean, it's my excuse. It's like a palette swap. So I think that's
It's a
fine.
palette swap. Mine's not even a palette
Yeah.
swap. Mine's just a different shirt.
Yeah, it does really look the same though. It's pretty funny. Yeah.
Gray is gray. I mean, you can't get over the best color.
Is that the best color?
It depends on it depends on how you see things in life.
I'm gonna Google the best color right now. I'm gonna see
What the best color is, if there's an actual
the most
universally agreed
popular
upon.
color in the world is blue. The second favorite colors are red and green, followed by orange, brown, and purple. Yellow is the least favorite color. Wow.
Yeah, I can see that with yellow. Yellow's kind of like it just stands out. It's really bright. You have to have some confidence. You gotta have some confidence to wear yellow
Yeah, I literally don't know. I don't. You know what? I don't know a single person
and make it
who's
look
like,
good too. And make it
yeah.
look good. It's
I
not.
look.
It's not
You
just
know
like I
what?
wore yellow. It's like, man,
You know what color I look like garbage in? It's yellow. I look like shit in a yellow shirt, like really bad.
yellow is a. I can't pull off yellow. I can do like black and yellow. Black and yellow
Like a
is something.
bumblebee, like a bumblebee.
Yeah, like a bumblebee or
Yeah,
Pikachu
no,
or
I can't.
something.
I can't do. I can wear pretty much any color except for yellow, maybe green. I don't think I look like good in green, but I'll wear anything else.
Green was my favorite color as a kid. Like
Why?
I wore so
Why do you
much.
change?
I wore so much green. Like literally, my outfits were almost all green that people started calling me Turtle.
And you're like, I don't want to be a turtle anymore. Turtles are slow. Turtles suck. And you're like,
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna...
just didn't want to be called Turtle anymore. So I stopped wearing green. I mean, I had green fleece, I had green sweaters, I had green shorts, I had green cargo shorts. I had like anything green. I just had it. And I don't know what it was.
That's sad. So you got bullied out of your favorite color.
I guess. I mean,
Oh.
my favorite is red. Honestly, red's a great
Alright.
color,
Well, speaking of red, let's talk about Guilty Gear Strive.
which is red all over with all the Strive imagery. So much striving. So yeah, I picked up Guilty Gear Strive probably about a day after it came out, and I started playing it. Now this is the first Guilty Gear I've personally owned. I've played.
You never owned any other Guilty Gear?
No. I mean, I've played Guilty Gear in the past, at friends' places and things like that, but I've never owned one. I've owned Blast Blue,
Oh
however you
shit!
want to say it.
I can't believe you never bought. How have you not bought a Guilty Gear game until now? They're cheap as shit now.
Well, I mean, I bought one. I bought two of them on sale for dirt cheap, but even then, I didn't really mess around with them that much.
Oh man. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you've been playing Strive. I haven't been playing Strive, but it looks really good. So, how are you enjoying it? Who are you playing as?
I have been enjoying it a lot. I gotta say the rollback netcode is flawless. I haven't had any connection issues. Every once in a while you'll get some, but I'm playing people in Japan. I haven't tried playing people in the US yet or other places. I was trying to get ahead to get the game because I want to see how good the net code is. But what I gotta say that's been fun for me is not only is the netcode good, but it's also great at matching you with people of similar level. It talked about at the beginning, they wanted to make sure that you didn't feel discouraged playing, that the top people would stay in the top, just a proper rank system, and it does that properly. Anytime I win, I felt like it was earned, and if I lose, I felt like I deserved. I knew where I went wrong, and I have that capacity to improve. You know what I mean? And I want to get better. I
Yeah.
actually want to get better and know how to get better.
Yeah, I
That's
think I think that's the good a good way to go about losses. Like, there's nothing more frustrating as a new player of getting your ass beat and like not really understanding why. Like,
mhm.
it's really discouraging. But I think if a new player can understand like why they lost, they're more likely to like come back and like try to improve. Otherwise they just like quit the game. They're like, okay, I don't want to play this anymore. It's not very fun.
Yeah.
Something like
And
that. Yeah.
Ehe's asking, who do you think has the best theme? So I've been listening to, this is like a sidetrack, but I've been listening to the soundtrack almost every day at work since the game came out. So I've listened to the soundtrack more than 10 times now. And it's gone from first, I really love Milia's theme, love the subhuman self. It's just balling. All the female vocals on this game are amazing. May's theme is just, I mean, it's fun. I don't like May, but she's fun. I mean, that theme is
Yeah,
fun.
I haven't heard any of the new soundtrack, but I used to play a lot of XX in high school, like a lot of XX in high school.
Yeah.
So like my favorite themes from XX were also Milia's themes because it's really good in that game.
Hmm. Hmm.
Um, and the mirror match the theme is like super. Oh no, it's not mirror match. Sorry, it's Milia versus Zato One. Like their matchup theme
Oh,
is
yeah, I heard about
really
those,
good.
like those
Yeah,
tracks. So this game does not have any of the verse, like the matchup tracks. That
really?
may have
Oh,
been found. Yeah. So they only focused all of their effort into making each character's theme.
okay.
So that's where all the effort went to. I played Nagore Yuki, and I forgot what his is. It's Why Do You Fight, I think, and it sounds like this Beatles song. I mean, you can tell where some of them sound like a Beatles or a Bon Jovi song in some ways. But it's gone quickly from Milia's theme to Anji Mito. Man, Rock
Oh
Parade.
yeah.
If you ain't heard it, go listen to this Rock Parade song. It's balling. It's so good, so good. Even
Yeah,
Leo's
I mean,
song is amazing. All of them are honestly great.
a lot of the Arxis fighters have good like Blaze Blue has a killer soundtrack as well.
Yeah,
Like
I,
super good. So
you just have to give it to Daisuke and his band because it's an hour and 20 minutes
just
of
like
vocal songs,
music. Yeah.
just rock music. And then after that is like the actual background BGM. And you're like, I'm gonna tune that out. Go back, loop, kind of loop it again. So that's my thing. But yeah, and I have to say, like, if you haven't played a Guilty Gear, this is probably the best one to kind of start with. A lot of
Yeah, it's the most beginner friendly I heard, isn't it?
Yeah, so all of the mechanics that were in the previous games have been either taken out to an extent or simplified. The Roman cancel, I believe, it's all on one button. It's one button for
So it's
four
not
different Roman cancel types.
okay. It has subtitles in the theme. I'll get to that. I'll listen to the soundtrack later. But yeah. So in XX they had Roman councils and they had false Roman councils. Are those still in the game as well or no?
So there's no more false Roman cancels. It's just you have your I can't get this off the screen, but the Y Roman cancel, which is for defense, almost like a burst in a way, which was from I think it was Exard. And then you have there's purple, red, and purple, red, and blue. Blue slows the enemy down. They all actually slow the enemy down to
Well,
an
these are all
extent.
different bursts. There's all different burst types.
These are all different Roman cancel types.
So
So
Roman cancels in traditional, like when in the older games, Roman cancels were just cancel your attack animation. So
yeah,
if you're playing as Soul, you can Roman cancel your gunblade and you can run behind your gunblade. So it's really good for pressure.
right.
But there's also the false Roman cancel, which had extremely strict frame input,
Okay.
like window,
Hmm.
and certain moves could be false Roman cancel, but it would give you extremely powerful combo options.
So
Um,
here it's like the what they did was they simplified it, like I said, into one button, and they made all the timings really loose. Like the only thing, so blue is activated from a neutral state. So when you're not pressing any moves, you can dash forward and use it, or just anytime really, right? But if you land an attack, you can, as soon as you land that attack at any time, you can cancel out into an offensive one. That's the red one. And then the purple one is for recovery. So if you are recovering from a move midway through a move or something like that, and use that one, then you can potentially chain different moves together. All of them allow you to kind of chain moves together in certain ways or become safe. The red one specifically is the one that will launch an enemy into the air when you use it. so you can
Oh,
kind of do air combos.
but does that mean they took dust away? Is there no dust button anymore?
There is a dust button, yes. So
Okay.
your dust is there, but I mean, it still works the same. Dust is still the same,
Okay.
but there is no Gatling. I think that's the main thing that people were a lot of players were kind of upset. Like, why did you take out the Gatling? And that just means there's no ABC kind of combo, or how can I say, like, because I don't know the moves as well, but like maybe it's what punch, kick, dust, or
It
something
used
like
to
that.
be punch, kick, slash, heavy slash.
Yeah, so that's gone. You cannot do that. You can't link those moves together.
So okay, so that's not a combo anymore. It's not a
That's
safe combo.
yeah, it's not a it's just not a combo. Period. You have the most you can link together in a move in like an actual link combo would be just two to three moves. That's it.
Okay.
You-
Yeah, I mean, okay, because I played XX and I was playing a little bit of Xrd actually on the weekend because I have it, like I bought it, and I was like, yeah,
Right.
it's fine. I'm looking at the footage on screen and like I see you were fighting a soul and
Yeah.
like he looks he looks like
He's
he plays very differently.
he does.
So yeah,
He
that's
he
crazy. That's
he
crazy.
he plays like so everyone plays differently, but everyone's kind of argued that right now, of course, like Soul is probably the most combo oriented and most free form. Like you can just like he is Guilty Gear.
Yeah,
Everyone else
because
is at a different pace.
I'm looking at this combo and it's very similar to how I play Soul, but
Hmm.
the moves are different. Like, I mean, they're
Yeah,
the
yeah.
same. They're the same move.
They're the
They're
same,
the
but
same
some of them
moves.
link
Like
differently.
the air slash is basically the same. Like Gunblade is Gunblade. It looks like he still has Banner Revolver, but the
He does. He
animation,
does. Yeah.
the trajectory of Banner Revolver is different. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, they definitely did a lot of tweaks on characters. I play Nagoriyuki, which is a newer character. There's two new characters in the game, Giovanna and Nagoriyuki, the black samurai. And I gotta say, Giovanna is a lot of fun. I don't play her. She's like really fast rushdown character, kind of a mix between like a KOF Blue Mary and kind of some people have even said this game is somewhat similar to like Street Fighter Five in some instances.
Oh
In
man.
in since that it in some cases it is very offensive heavy and it is very difficult. If you get trapped in the corner, you better pray you know a way out because you ain't gonna get out of that corner unless you
Oh,
know
like
how.
you know, like corner play. Yeah,
Yeah, corner
getting
play is
being
ooh.
in the corner is like so fresh. But you can burst out of a corner, can't you?
You can burst out of the corner. You can use that Y Roman cancel, the yellow one, to get them off of you, or you can use the I forgot what it's called, faultless defense, which
Oh yeah,
is
where
yeah,
you it burns meter though, but
it
yeah.
burns meter, but yeah, you can do that. And I wasn't doing that, and I was just like, how can I get? Because Soul, there are some Soul players that would just keep hitting you with like two moves, and they like the pressure is insane. They don't even back off of you, and I'm like, oh, this is what I should have been doing. And so that's what I said. Like it's really good. Every time you learn something, you know how to you know how to use it because you're playing with people who aren't using those mechanics either.
Right.
Like the people I'm playing with right now, floor 5, not all of them use the faultless guard. And I was just like, and I didn't know what it was. So I was looking at on a stream and I was like, okay, what are they doing? What is this actually doing?
Is
And
it still just two buttons like as you
it's
guard?
right. Still just two buttons as you
Okay.
guard.
Yeah.
Uh, and that speaks to probably I just need to go into the mission mode, which I think is in XR, where they
To learn how to do it.
yeah learn the
Yeah.
mechanics. They do a good job of teaching you just like, hey, these are the mechanics. You can this is how you use them. Do it a couple times, and here's some character combos as well. So it's a it's a solid game. It's just solid.
Yeah, no, I mean, it looks really fun. Like, it looks really good. I will pick it up eventually, I think, because, um, yeah, I mean, I mentioned like I used to play. I played a shitload of XX in high school, right? And then I stopped
Right.
playing it. I started playing Blaze Blue, and then I stopped playing fighting games entirely. And then I bought all the Guilty Gear games like a couple weeks ago, and I just reinstalled. I installed like Accent Core, right?
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, like it's been like over 10 years since I last played Guilty Gear, like Guilty Gear XX, and my muscle memory like immediately took over. Like my muscle memory, like I was playing like how I was before. Like it's great.
Back in the
Yeah,
day.
it felt really good. Yeah, yeah.
Which is, that's the thing. Like when it comes to Strive, though, unfortunately, your muscle memory is gonna be like, what the heck? What?
Yeah, no, it's different. It's
This
different.
should
Yeah,
work. This should work.
yeah.
Why isn't it working as much?
Even like when I started playing Xrd, I was like, because I just play Soul. I played a little bit Chip actually as well, but like I was
Right.
just mostly playing Soul. So when I played Xrd, it's like, yeah, it's Soul, but like his forward heavy slash is different. Like that's kind of weird. And there's no Sidewinder. I'm like, what happened to Sidewinder? So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah.
But the other thing is that because this one's so different, even like the top tier players, they've had to make adjustments. I mean, they're going to catch on faster and they're still going to be doing what they do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's really nice to see just the entire community having to almost reset in a sense. I know it really sucks for a lot of the hardcore players who love the previous game, but going forward, a lot of those older mechanics might just make a comeback as the games get, older and patched.
Yeah, I mean, we'll definitely see how it goes. I think I've heard, I haven't read any interviews or anything, but this is hearsay from the internet. But like Arxis is trying to make Strive not as technical as XX.
Right,
Um,
right. And
because
it's
they're like, yeah, as like XX was punishing to like learn really. Especially with the frame inputs. Because like I said, there was Roman councils and false Roman councils, and to get like the really really good combos, you had to false Roman council, which is
right.
extremely tight like button window like input windows. And if you miss your cancel, like your combo falls apart because you missed your cancel essentially.
And
Um,
yeah, there's like I said, there's not a lot of those. Throws are really easy to do. I think the only thing that I would say that I've had the hardest time with are these like what are they like forward half circle back
oh,
forward motions?
yeah, those are hard. Yeah, those on a controller those suck, but on a stick, because they're like it's not so bad. So that's why I bought a stick when I was playing Blaze Blue a lot, like in uni. I bought a stick because those inputs are kind of poo poo on a controller.
They're
So
they're kind of poop. Like I've been struggling with them.
yeah.
I'm getting better with them. I'm finding out how to like cheat the system, just do a complete full circle instead, because I
Oh,
hit
does
all
that
of the
the
directions. Yeah,
okay? You just do a full yeah. No,
I'm doing full circles over here, man.
bought an arcade stick because I was at the time playing like a lot of Boys Blue. So if I buy Strive and I get really into Strive, and that basically means I'm gonna start getting interested in other fighting games, like maybe I'll pick up KOF, maybe I'll pick up um no, if I probably just Guilty Gear, really, probably not Street Fighter, but
So
if
you
I
can
get
always do
really
Street Fighter.
into I can't
Tekken,
enjoy
Tekken 7.
not even I don't like 3D
My,
fighters, but
yeah, see, I'm the opposite. I'm a 3D fighter person. So like
but
2D fighters are like difficult for me, but this has been fun and I've
yeah.
felt myself getting better.
But if I get into fighting games again, I'll buy a stick. It's like $150 for a good stick, and that sounds expensive, but hey, like I spent that much money on a good controller. And I think if you're gonna be playing these games for a while and you want to be number one comfortable with what you play, and number two, if it's like you're going to be like, oh, I will improve, like I'm gonna put the time in to get good with this input device, sure, buy a stick. It'll be worth it. You'll thank yourself like later when you get really good with a stick. But
It definitely
um
is a different experience. I mean, you have to learn it either way. I would say for Arxis games that it's the stick isn't as necessary. I know there's a lot of pad players for Blaze Blue and
there's a
for
ton of
Guilty Gear.
bad
There's a
players. Yeah.
ton. So if if
Mhm.
if you feel better on it, that's one thing. But yeah, some of the inputs for certain characters, and I definitely got to say like this is definitely a game where you're gonna have your character. I don't think I can play any other rushdown. I can't play any other character in this game because for me, I like to play in a somewhat defensive style at times, but also characters that can go on the offensive. And my character is like Hakumen, right? He doesn't have a dash.
Have you
So,
tried have you tried Potemkin?
but I can't play charge characters or grapplers.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah,
Potemkin's pretty solid, but yeah, I don't like Potemkin, but
but because he can't air dash, and he doesn't have a forward dash. It
yeah,
limits my options and it makes it
but
ironically easier for me, but it's a more difficult player. I mean, difficult
it's
character.
it's funny to see Potemkin players like they can't dash, right? So they do this like hop thing, like
Oh,
that's
the hop, hop,
yeah,
hop,
yeah,
slam the
that
ground, hop.
that's how they move. Yeah, faster, yeah.
I was trying to find one of the matches I have with Potemkin. I know Ehe really wanted to see a match against Potemkin. We were trying to figure out at one point, like, how do you say his name? Is it Potemkin? Potemkin? Potek?
Potemkin, yeah.
Potemkin?
I
Uh,
think,
yeah.
man, if I started playing Strive, I'd probably pick up Soul. He's really easy to play, I think, and I would want to play Chip as well, and then maybe Milia. She's fun. She's like a really fast character. So
Millie is a lot of fun. I love, like, it's kind of crazy. Like, I enjoy fighting against these characters and just seeing the crazy stuff they do. Even if it hits me, I'm just like, what? That was stupidly awesome. Like, what the heck? So it's been a lot of fun trying to figure out things. Even like that move right there, where I instantly get grabbed, and I know if I do it, he's gonna grab
Yeah.
me.
Oh, Potemkin's
Yeah,
what is it, like the backbreaker thing? Yeah.
dude's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
it's like, how do I get out of it? You know, there's it's just a fun thing, and I haven't felt like this since I was in probably middle school and just trying to figure out, or high school, figuring out Soul Calibur 3 and just playing all day with my friend and just yeah, it's just done that to me, which is fun.
Yeah. I mean, it's on my wish list. I mean, I'll get it probably eventually. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, there's so many other games on my wish list right
There's
now. So
there's so many other games, but I guess yeah, I guess to wrap it up, kind of, if you're looking for a good fighting game to get in, and there's a huge community. I mean, a large community right now of casual people, just trying it out, and non-casual people. I mean, it's probably the best it's going to be. I don't know if it's going to go down. Of course, it should technically go down over time, but I think this game has the matchmaking to where if you want to hop into this game similar to Apex and just get a couple rounds in for that night, you don't care about advancing, you can do that.
yeah. Oh,
You can do
we
that
we should
100%
clarify.
here.
We should clarify, by the way, that you are playing on console, not on PC.
I am playing on a console, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I mean, I gotta say, like, if you're gonna be playing a fighting game, I do think that console is probably where the community mostly is at. Like, you're probably gonna be having more players on console than you are on PC.
Right. Then this is only
Um,
PS4, PS5, Steam, and they're working on crossplay in the future, what they
for
said.
PS4 and PS5, but not for
Oh no,
PC, right?
oh no, no. PS4, PS5 are crossplay, but they're working on crossplay for PC as well.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, so that'll be that'll be a nice little thing finally. Because I know a lot of people did buy it on both. Well,
Yeah,
I don't
I
know a
mean,
lot of people, but
so Guilty Gear had the issue on PC where the community kind of like isn't so big on PC, and I think also I want to say Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle has that issue on PC where not that many people are playing it. Like all the people that are playing Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle are on
Bagel, the
are
Bagel,
on PS4 right now. So
and that makes sense. I mean, same thing for when I was playing Soul Calibur 6 when I bought it
yeah,
on PC, and I bought it on PlayStation first, and I
yeah.
lots of people playing, but like PC was like a graveyard. I couldn't find anyone.
It's absolutely like a matter of like where the community lives, right? So I think for fighting games, it's been on console for
Yeah,
a
I mean,
lot of it.
no one's gonna bring their PC to
Tournament, exactly, and,
a
and that's
tournament. You know,
why. Yeah,
that's it. That's it.
and that's why it's persisted on console because like if you go to meetups, you bring like a console. You don't usually bring like a PC setup. You could bring a gaming laptop, I guess,
You
but you know what
could
I mean. Like it's been console traditionally. Whereas for other genres of games, for example, I would like MOBA. Well, there's no really MOBAs on console, but if you're playing a MOBA, it's gonna be on PC, right? It's where all the community is. So.
exactly, exactly. So. Yeah, go ahead, check it out. Guilty Gear Strive. I know a friend of the show, Kaitel. We had our Smell of the Game podcast all those years ago. Probably like I guess it was year and a
That
half
was a year and a
ago.
half ago at this point, yeah.
Yeah, game's finally out. So come on, man, time to get these matches. I'm ready to win, even though Kai is a hard character for me to fight. Uh, moving on, moving on. In other news for Guilty Gear Strive, hey, this game just sold 300,000 units in 3 days
Worldwide across all
worldwide.
platforms.
Yeah, across at least, I think it's just PlayStation is what they said, but it could also be factoring in. It doesn't really say much. It just says bursting onto the scene strong from the start. Guilty Gear Strive ships 300,000 units worldwide. I've seen sold and I've seen shipped, which those are two different things. But
Right.
either way, that's a lot for a fighting game. I feel for
I'm
Guilty Gear
happy.
maybe.
Yeah, I'm happy that Arxis is seeing the success for Guilty Gear, especially, which is a really good fighting. Because, like, I mean, if you ask anyone who's not so big on like video games, if you're like, "Oh, what's a fighting game?" They're probably gonna say Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat. I just don't think Guilty Gear has been like
On the
that.
scene
Yeah,
that
it's been
much.
like Mortal
Yeah,
Kombat, Street Fighter, and like maybe Killer Instinct. I don't know, Smash
I,
Bros. I guess. Yeah,
yeah, and I mean, you could argue that KI is kind of has been dead because there's
yeah,
nothing else for it. But yeah, I mean, when you look at the grand scheme of things, yeah, it's Street Fighter, Tekken,
yeah. Tekken,
and
of course. Tekken. Sorry.
Smash,
Yeah, Tekken. Yeah, yeah.
and maybe that's about it that people talk about. You know,
Right. So I'm happy to see that Arxis is seeing success with what all things considered, I would say is a pretty niche fight. It's niche, isn't it? Because it's like
it's
very
Yeah, it's
very
niche.
anime.
It's
It's
very anime. It's an anime fighter.
so anime. Yeah,
It is a
but it
it's an
looks good
anime
though.
fighter.
Like hell, it looks it's got style, man. Like it's so good looking.
Man, it's so stylish. I didn't read as much of this second story about how it sold on PC, but it seems like maybe according to the Steam charts that Strive reached a peak player base of people. I guess it concurrently 31,000.
Yeah, I heard it like combined Street Fighter and Tekken combined.
Yeah,
It beat those numbers. Yeah.
which I gotta say, like I guess the highest one has been was Dragon Ball Fighters at 44,000. Which I don't know. Are we going to get a fighter sequel? I think.
Sure, why not? Like ArcSys makes fighting games, and I know their baby is Guilty Gear. I
I mean, they make
Blaze Blue
fighters as
isn't
well.
band. Yeah, I feel like
They
they're
make
not giving.
fighters as well.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't think they're giving a lot of love to Blaze Blue anymore. But I mean, they make fighting games, so like they'll probably find themselves making other licensed games. You know what I mean? Because they did
Yeah,
what Dragon Ball Fighters, and they did what Grand Blue, right?
yeah, in Grand Blue.
Yeah, so they do like licensed fighting games, but for sure their baby obviously is Guilty Gear, right?
Was it Guilty Gear? Yep. And I guess for another comparison, Exard, the first one, the first part,
So sign then,
Sign,
yeah,
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 only sold 90,000 to 100,000 copies. There's no like official numbers completely, but that's just what the estimate is. So yeah, it's just doing well. It's doing really good. So hey, shout outs to Strive peoples. I
yeah. I mean, we're probably gonna see support for Strive for I want to say 2 years maybe, and we're probably gonna get like a
They always make
revision.
you buy. They always make you buy a revision, man.
There's
Ugh.
gonna be a revision for sure. Like for Exard, it was Exard Sign, and then it was Revelator, and then it was Rev 2,
There's
right?
so many. They're basically stories in and of themselves. And I didn't even mention the story mode in the game, which is like a 5-hour anime cutscene.
Yeah, no, they look good. Yeah, man. Like this game, if you like, honestly, if you like anime, you should buy Guilty Gear just for the story. Like
It's very anime.
even if you're not good at fighting games, I would just like lower. Is it all cutscenes or is it also
It's
like
it's
playable?
all cutscenes. No,
Well,
not
yeah,
play. There's no playable segments.
it's like it's really good. Like I would just like buy it for the anime. Like it's pretty good. So
Yeah,
like it looks really good.
it does look good though. I mean, it definitely is just like, hey, putting those assets to use. You made
Yeah,
them.
there's
Might as
they
well use them.
do. Is it Unreal 5 that they're working with?
Unreal 4, Unreal
Oh,
5, Unreal 4. I
it's
think
4, right?
it's
It's
4.
not
Yeah,
5. Yeah, it's
yeah,
4.
yeah.
But like what's amazing about Guilty Gear is that they're all 3D models. Like it looks hand-drawn anime, but it's actually like
It's just a
3D.
3D model. So
And
good.
yeah, they do such good work. So
And then closing out in the news, I saw this story on Bayonetta 3 just because we were talking about it at E3 about on the wrap up. Like, when is this coming? Is this ever coming? And apparently, Hideki Kamiya has been getting these questions on Twitter.
and
People,
he'll block you. Won't he'll block you?
yeah, he's just blocking. It's just like
He'll
I get why.
block you. Yeah.
Like I get why people say hurry up and release info or show us something, but he wrote reckless remarks like has development stopped or I guess it's been delayed are nothing but annoying public waste.
He's so like
Public
Hideki Kamiya
waste.
is such a personality. You know what I mean? Like he's
Anyone who
definitely like a
replied,
dude.
like he was replying to people who did this on this tweet or who had tweets like this. He's just like Kusobaka,
Yeah, yeah.
you
He's
idiots.
definitely yeah, and he'll like actually block you like on Twitter. He'll legitimately block you.
Insane. I mean, like it makes sense for Bayonetta. We talked about it. 2017 was when it was
Announced,
Bayonetta
yeah.
3 when it was announced. But in between that, they've had Babylon's Fall, which they're getting up off the ground, and they've also had Spellbound, Spellbreak.
Would you say spell bake? Yeah.
One of these is a real game, and one of them isn't. Spellbound, I think.
Something like that.
And
I don't
then
know.
Grand Blue Fantasy Relink, which now is in Cygame's hands.
Yeah,
So
that's coming out eventually. I don't know.
people, it has like, it's never coming out. I'm like, bro, it's coming out. It's coming out. Anyways. That's the news. That's everything for the day. Hopefully, it's shorter than last week's bombardic, chaotic hour and 30 minutes, 40
Yeah,
minute episode.
that was
Bless
fun.
all of you who made it through. It was fun, though. You have anything you want to close out with?
Looks like chaos has been waiting for us.
Okay, chaos is still waiting for us. You have a time frame?
I don't know, sometime in 2022. I'm glad that game is coming on a PC, so I don't have to buy PS5.
Oh yes, yes. I mean,
I'm
hopefully.
gonna
I
I'm
mean,
gonna
by that
I'll
time you'll have. I think by that time it'll be out on PS5. Like, I mean, you'll be able to get a PS5 hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still not gonna buy PS5 until like I don't know, until a game that I
I
want to
mean,
play. By the way,
we're
sorry,
what?
what? I
I
was
was
gonna
gonna say
say
we're still
like,
in cross-gen stuff. So
yeah, but eventually like it'll be PS5 only, and there'll be good games to play. But like, did you hear the news that there was a little bit
the,
of a leak on
the
the
Epic
Epic
Game
Games?
Stores
Yeah,
for
for
the Final
FF7 remake.
Fantasies remakes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that. I
So
saw it. I'm like,
um, apparently it's exclusive to Sony again for another 6 months.
so.
So we won't see any other platform like the game show up on any platform until like minimum like December.
But if it's on Epic Game Store, does that mean that it's not gonna be on Game Pass or Microsoft
You mean on Steam? You said, but
or
you
even
said Game
Steam?
Pass. You said Game Pass or Microsoft, which is like the
Oh,
same thing.
sorry, it's the same thing. But yeah. Windows Store, Steam, Game Store. Is it only going to be exclusive to Epic, just like Kingdom
Kingdom
Hearts
Hearts.
is?
Yeah, possibly. That's a good question. I don't know. Obviously, like it could be on Steam as well. I would like it to be on Steam because that's where like my library is. But if you look at the most recent releases from Square, we had Kingdom Hearts, which is currently exclusive to Epic Game Store,
Right, right.
and we have Neo: The World Ends with You, which will be exclusive to Epic Game Store. So that's a little bit of a trend there. But Near Replicant
With
is
Steam,
on
is Steam.
Steam. Yeah,
Yeah,
but I think Replicant might have been the last one before Epic. I think got some kind of exclusivity with Square. So
right.
um, if Kingdom Hearts stays exclusive and Neo World Ends with You will also stay exclusive, then it's reason to believe that FF7 Remake will be also exclusive to Epic Game Store.
Which is a huge. I don't know if it's a huge win for them, but it's definitely better than nothing. It's a huge title, and
Yeah.
I think that it gives a lot of validity to their platform, which you still can't make multiple purchases with.
Yeah,
Gosh,
there's no
man,
cart. You just no cart. You got to buy everything one by one. I was hearing
everything
some
one by
some
one.
stories. I
Still
was hearing some
annoying.
stories of people like when they have their sale, right? Um, so people will be like trying to buy up a ton of games, and they'll buy a game, check out, buy a game, check out, buy a game, check out, buy a game, check out
That's how you have
because
to do it. It's so
there's no
annoying. It's
card, right?
annoying,
Yeah, and then their credit card company would block their card because it looks like fraud because it looks very suspicious.
which it does. I mean, and,
And
and I've had to go through it.
yeah,
I will say though, I do like the Epic Game Store sales. I feel like they have really good prices because I look at it in USD and they have good prices. A lot
they're
of the
usually
games
better. Honestly, they're usually better than Steam sales.
they're usually
Actually, yeah.
better. They give great coupons. Sometimes they give you a reusable coupon. It's like
Yeah,
$10 off
it's
reusable in the summer,
yeah,
uh,
and then you can use that again and again and again
and again and again. And
on
so
that sale. So it's
they
pretty
do
good.
it well. It's just an annoying process. They finally got a wish list like 2 months ago, 2 or 3
Yeah, I
months
mean they're slowly
ago.
working on it. I guess I think the cart would be a benefit, obviously, but I don't know when that's coming. If you're only buying like one game, then sure, you don't. Who cares, right?
But if you're
But
buying all together because it's a huge sale, it's kind of annoying. To be honest, it's a little annoying.
yeah, I don't know when I'm getting a cart, but yeah, but this one guy who got blocked for like fraud or suspected fraud, because this credit card was like company was like this looks suspicious, and then I think he got his Epic account banned inadvertently, for some reason because it looked like fraud. Yeah, it was just a man. He was screwed. He like got screwed out of his purchases. So
That's a mess.
like just because he couldn't like use a cart system. But anyways, what are we saying? Yeah, it's FF7 remake might be coming to the Epic Game Store like in the end of this year, possibly.
Yeah,
The question is it gonna be integrate or is it gonna be like
I think it'll be integrated,
integrate?
right?
Basically, to clarify, integrate basically is just FF7 remake with performance gains and texture upgrades. It's not like completely different or anything. You get the
Yeah,
Yuffie like DLC, but that's technically like a different thing. So my guess is that it'll be the quality of Intergrade, but it's just not going to be called Intergrade.
integrated PC port edition.
I think, well, they could do that. Like because FF15 on PC, I'm not
It's
kidding.
Windows Edition or
It's
something,
called
right?
Windows
It's just
Edition.
the Windows Edition. So I
Yeah,
mean,
I'm like, oh god.
whatever they got to do to get their naming out of the way and make people happy, go ahead and do it. You know.
They could, yeah, because Windows Edition is technically the same as Royal Edition on console.
Right, right, right.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully we'll have those PS5s, and I mean we're already sitting on these top end high gear PCs. It's
Are
supposed to
you
say
gonna?
top
Would you rebuy
gear.
7 or no?
No,
No.
I would just because my save's not going to transfer to
Oh,
PC
that's true.
probably.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
making me get a PS5 unless I want to replay it again, which honestly it's a fun game. So
You know what? Here's what I will buy it again on PC because I thought the game was really good and I don't mind replaying it, and it'd be good to get kind of a second
really
set of eyes on it.
get caught
Yeah.
up again, remind yourself.
Well, I mean, like I was actually watching my girlfriend play through FF7 Remake recently, so I guess a third set of eyes. But yeah, I was watching her play it. So yeah, I did the same thing. I rebought 15 on PC, and I'm like, oh, I don't mind playing this game again. But then I was like, actually, I mind playing this game again. Yeah, I was like,
I
nice.
heard
Yeah.
15 is a little bit of a. I still want to go through Bro Fantasy. I really do. I need to get that one in. I feel like I need to just finish up 12. Like actually play, just like start and finish 12 before I jump into the
It's good. Like
Bro Fantasy.
if you never played 15, like you'll like it. But when I
If you've
rebought it
played
on,
15, you won't like it
yeah,
again.
like when I was replaying it, I was like, I missed my old save file. I missed my equipment. Like this sucks. You know, but
Okay, well, hey, that's a good thing to miss. It's not like
yeah.
it's struggling to get through the game because of everything else. But you
No, no,
know,
no.
if that's the case, then yeah,
If
yeah.
it's your first time, I think you'll be like, oh, it's not bad. Like I like these characters. They're okay. I mean, I think he'll be having an okay time with it. So
There we go. So be on the lookout for that, everyone. And that's going to do it for us this episode. Where next week is going to be episode 90, which is 10 away from the big one, the 100th episode. Can't believe we're almost there.
yep.
And yeah, I mean, I didn't talk about my life as a clown this episode, but maybe next episode we'll get there. I promise y'all. Circus is real, chat. I've been there. I know about it.
What are you
So,
talking about?
talking about my life as a clown. I told you last episode. We can get into it.
No, I don't think I remember this.
Well, it's because you were in the chaos. It's all the chaos.
Did you say anything about being a clown?
I did. At the very end of the episode. Very
Oh,
end.
okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Right after
Sounds
the
good.
chaos. Anyways,
All right.
go follow us on our socials, UGP_cast for Twitter and Instagram. And then remember to follow us and watch a stream throughout the week at Ninja Tricks and at Route 24. That's going to do it for us this week. Remember, you set the tone. Go play some games, have some fun, and we'll catch you next week for episode 90. Peace.
Peace.
Chaos. There was
Wish I
no
had a-
chaos.
Go for broke.
Okay. Oh man, I need some arcs. I need some arcs to announce like announcers in there. Yeah.
All right, everyone.